Actually, I have something normal to bring up.
Oh, jeez.
So, you may notice that I am wearing a sports shirt. I won't say what I'm wearing because I'm not a representative of this club.
Because that's what we all assume. Oh,
yeah.
that guy's wearing.
Yeah, I'm
that
just
guy's
saying,
wearing that shirt. He must work for them.
I'm just saying I don't speak on their behalf or anything like that. I don't want to get any legal trouble. Is what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's my dream growing up to work for them, but you know,
You're overthinking this, Jerry.
whatever. Anyways, so some crazy stuff has been happening in sports recently. We'll talk about baseball because that's my forte. So let's start with number one.
It's not even baseball season, Jerry.
But it's been a very
Hey, Tom, I think I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
So we're gonna start before we cover that. We're gonna talk.
So tell me your opinion on this as a representative for the Diamondbacks.
Before we get into what we're gonna talk about, I want to say congratulations to Derek Jeter and Larry Walker for getting into the Hall of Fame. So I think that's
Not unanimously.
Not unanimously. I think Jeter got
He was one
vote
vote shy. That biracial angel.
That biracial angel. Oh, the third. You shot Jeter. I mean, that's what could have happened. It could have been Mark Wahlberg the whole time. No, I know, but someone did vote for JJ Putz, who was a Diamondback. One vote, so maybe it was that guy.
Could have been.
Yeah. But anyways, so there's that. What I really wanted to talk about was the cheating scandal. I'm sure you've heard about it.
I don't even really follow baseball that much, but yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
With the Astros.
So, but the thing is, like, it's so much bigger than the Astros. It had like a.
Well, I saw that the Los Angeles Municipal County or whatever,
Yeah.
they filed a motion that the Astros be stripped of their title and they be given to the Dodgers.
Fuck the Dodgers. Let me start on record. FTD, fuck the Dodgers.
No.
I hate the Dodgers. Fuck those guys. Anyways.
You're just mad because the Diamondbacks just...
I'm sorry. We have what, like half of their payroll space. Actually, not even anymore, but we have like what, 50 mil, 60 mil less than they do.
Yeah, what have you done with it?
I mean, no, we have less, and that. I mean, I'm not saying we. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll say that the Dodgers have such a smart front office now compared to when they had Coletti. Their player development is amazing. I hate them just in the pure standpoint because it's from a rivalry standpoint. I know that doesn't really hold much when it comes to logic. But throughout the years, like the rumors of Puig pissing in our pool when they won, and then just some of the crazy shenanigans that have gone.
But not even, I mean, we're about pissing in the pool. How many Diamondbacks fans have pissed in that pool?
Yeah, fans, not players.
But isn't that even worse as a fan? To piss?
No.
You don't piss on hospitality.
All right, here's my question. Here's my question. Let's say you invite someone over, right?
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, I need to go pee in your backyard or whatever because you guys are drinking."
Okay.
Cool, right? As far as your hospitality. Now, say some random fucking person you've ever invited just goes like, "Hey, man," and just starts pissing. How would you feel about that?
But in a way, aren't they invited because they were invited to play there?
No.
In a way, it's not like it came after hours.
I'm just saying.
Not.
I mean, after hours, so it's after the baseball game.
Like it wasn't game day. He's like, we're playing them tomorrow. I'm gonna go piss in their pool today.
I'm just saying, it's all like, I know, like if you.
I will defend pissing to the bitter end, Jerry.
It's the neighbor you hate.
I am a proponent.
The next door neighbor that you hate with all your heart, and then he's all like, shows up at your party. He's like, "Hey man, me and this person's having a baby now," and then just pissing to celebrate. How does that make you feel?
I'd be upset.
There you go. See, understandable.
I guess.
Yeah. So, anyways, but like again, Dodgers, fantastic organization. They have great player development. They produce on the field. Now that they have a smarter front office, can't really rip on them too much. Diamondbacks, on the other hand, have also, comparably to the last front offices, Mike Hazen has been amazing. So I know we got rid of Goldie, but those players that we got in return actually produced more on the field than Goldie did. So I'm looking forward to it. The future. But anyways, so let's go back to the the scandal. So are you familiar with what exactly happened?
It was like they were stealing signs.
Yes.
And that's about all I know.
So let me start by saying stealing signs happens in all sports, and it even starts like when you're in Little League or whatever, people figure out signs real quick, or they used to play for a team, tell the other team like the signs or whatever. What these guys were really doing is they were using electronic devices. So they had a replay monitor or whatever in the clubhouse, and they would relay that information, what they were throwing. And so like I know there's a couple of instances where they're using a trash can to like hit, and if that was it, it's like a breaking ball or something like that. So it gave the hitters a significant advantage
Because they knew what was coming.
Yeah. So anyway, so MLB did an investigation for it. Obviously, the Astros, they found out the Astros did it, right?
Right.
So this is the penalty that they gave the Astros. They gave the general manager, Jeff Lunau, a 1-year suspension. They gave the field manager, AJ Hinch, who used to also be a Diamondbacks manager, 1-year suspension. They fined them $5 million and then stripped them of their first 2 round picks for the next 2 years in the draft. Now, I don't think that was a harsh enough penalty, in my opinion. But I feel like how it went was because right after that, the owner, I think his name is Jim Crane for the Astros, fired them both. Because it's like an embarrassment to the organization. Of course it is. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it was maybe something like, listen, like the commissioner Manfred's like, hey man, if you, I'm gonna suspend them for 1 year, but if you want to save face here, you fire them, so I don't give them a longer ban or something, like a lifetime ban. Okay, I feel like that's kind of like how it went about. But no, so obviously now you have 2 job openings. Now here's the collateral effect of it. So Alex Cora was the bench coach for the Astros around 2017. I don't know, like back in the day when they first started doing the sign stealing. He was the manager for the Red Sox, so he was known as the mastermind. He got fired like the day or 2 days after the whole thing went down. And then Carlos Beltran, who's the new manager for the Mets, also got fired like a day or 2 later. So within a span of a week, he basically had 3 new manager vacancies, which in the month of January is like unheard of. That's why I think it's so important that we talk about it, because spring training's a month away. Woo! Yeah, everyone cheer back there. Cool, thank you. But it's and a lot of people are comparing it to the steroid scandal. I don't think it's as bad, to be honest, because I guess like the steroid scandal, everyone was really doing it. There were some clean players. There's some clean teams in on this. But, oh yeah, and then there's another thing too. So there was a pitcher who used to pitch for the Astros, Mike Fears. He was the one that really, was the whistleblower in it. Okay. So, and as you're aware of any kind of industries, like the whistleblower usually gets ostracized and all that. Right. So this guy, he was like, hey, yeah, they've been stealing signs, and he used to play for them. And I guess it was brought up to MLB in the past that there was some sign stealing involved and they didn't do anything about it. And of course, he went on to, I think it was Yahoo or whatever, talked about it, and that's what really got the ball rolling. And now, there's people that are...
Who goes to Yahoo? Is Yahoo still
apparently Yahoo is still a thing, yeah, which blew my mind. But...
Should have went to AOL.
Right? Didn't Yahoo buy out AOL?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I get my days from Reddit, so whatever. But now I forgot my train of thought. Thanks, Mario.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it happened. I don't think the penalty was as crazy as it should have, but it's just kind of like the craziest off season we've had in a while. So.
I always assume cheating is happening somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think everyone kind of assumes that.
Yeah.
There is some type of cheating involved. We might not think it's as big as stealing signs.
Oh, yeah.
There's some type of cheating involved. But I mean, do you think when you say you didn't think their punishment was as harsh as it should have been, what do you think their punishment should have been?
I mean, so I look at this.
Do you think they should be stripped of their
No, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of
and
people.
given to the Dodgers?
I know a lot of people are calling for that because they're calling for the Red Sox to be stripped of their title too. I had just seen it earlier today on SportsCenter that Manfred said that he was not going to strip either one, and I think that's the right choice because I'm not saying every player on that team was cheating. You know, at the end of the day, a win's a win. You don't want to have that asterisk. It would just look bad for baseball as a sport, for sure, and then we would lose a lot of credibility for.
Has baseball had the most scandals of any sport?
Well, because there was the Black Sox scandal in 1908 or something like that, or whatever. It was in the early 1900s with Shoeless Joe Jackson and all that. Okay. There was a steroid scandal, right? And this is really the other scandal.
I'm trying to think of any other.
I mean, there was things like racial segregation and all that.
Oh yeah,
you know, but
I'm saying like for other sports.
I mean, I guess the most recent one.
Like I know there's the referee scandals in the NBA
with Donaghy.
with the gambling.
Yeah.
But that's really all I can think of with the NBA.
The only thing I can think of with the NFL is the whole thing with concussions and all that, the CTE. And I don't think as much as a scandal as it is
as it's like, hey guys, you're running into each other a whole hell of a lot.
Right.
You're probably gonna get some residual damage.
Yeah.
Oh really? I mean,
but
I could tell you that.
But here's the thing. So.
But yeah, with their equipment and stuff, that could be safer. All that stuff. Anyway.
Well, the thing is, while we're on this subject, and it'll take me to my next topic. A lot of times with the concussions and stuff like that, everyone talks about concussions as being the main proponent for CTE. A lot of times it's like the little small hits in between. So if you're just doing this because your head is shaking, there isn't any helmet that really protects you from those kind of injuries because people just think of like the head-to-head collisions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But where like the really bad concussions happen is when you're rotating. Because think about your brain as like the yolk of an egg, and it just like it's spinning. It just becomes more of a health hazard that way.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, any type of jolt to your body is going to involve something happening. Just some are more severe than others.
Yeah, and so it brings me to my next topic, actually, because there's another sports topic I want to talk about. So I just watched this documentary on Netflix about Aaron Hernandez. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not watched it yet.
But it talks a lot about CTE and stuff like that. It also talks about...
There's talking about, where his mental health was at the time.
Yeah, they talk about everything. Like, it was a very in-depth documentary. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you to check it out because it's insane. Because it goes to his childhood, talks about his college years, it talks about his high school, even talks about sexuality. It talks about everything about Aaron Hernandez from a in-depth standpoint.
So I'll have to watch it. I mean, it's in my queue. I just haven't watched it yet.
Watch it.
I did watch it's a little documentary. It's like only 40 minutes. It's called Long Shot, where it's about this guy who was accused of murder. And it all comes down to where his only alibi was that he was at a Dodgers game that day.
Oh yeah. I heard about that. It was it like a Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, because it turns out Curb Your Enthusiasm was filming that day.
Yeah.
So not only did they go to the Dodgers, but they went to HBO.
Yeah.
To try to find footage of him to show that he was at the Dodgers game. It's just a little documentary. Like I said, it's only 40 minutes, so it's a quick watch compared to other things. But it just shows what a good organization the Dodgers are.
Wasn't there?
They cooperated with the murder case.
Wasn't there someone that got murdered at a Dodgers game?
Probably.
Yeah, recently, like in the last 10 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I only follow the nice things.
If I don't pay attention to it, it doesn't happen, right?
Exactly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like our sports recap for this time around. I'm sure some other crazy shenanigans.
Because I don't really follow baseball.
Oh, actually, did you watch the MMA fight over the weekend? Or do you follow that?
I don't follow that.
So...
I heard about it.
Yeah.
I don't follow it actively, but like usually like when it comes to sports stuff, I know like the bare minimum because like I'll follow like Sports Center, I watch ESPN, stuff like that. So I don't follow it, but I know of it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, my brother-in-law's really into MMA, and he invited me over. So we watched all the prelim fights, and then we watched and we watched the main event, which, the pay-per-view was like $70. So the prelim fights, let me start by saying, were really fun and all that. Like, one chick, like, tore her, like, MCL and was still going. She's bleeding. Craziest thing I've seen. And then there was the main event. One was Holly Holm versus some chick. If you're not familiar with who Holly Holm is, she's the one that beat Ronda Rousey and, like, destroyed her career pretty much. That was the worst fight I've ever seen in my life because it was just basically them kind of like hugging and on the side of the cage.
Women.
Well, I mean, it happens in boxing too.
I know. I'm just.
But it's 2020.
I want to be sexist, okay?
It's 2020.
God, let me be sexist.
And people were booing because it was that
Really?
bad. It was that bad. So here comes the main event.
That's the thing. Like you said, yeah, it happens. It happens in boxing. It happens in other fights, and no one wants to see that because when you're there, you want to see
like the
action. You want to see not just people, bear hugging each other.
Pretty much. And then the McGregor and Cowboy fight. So
I didn't see. I heard it was 40 seconds.
God. So
and the only clip I saw of it is when he was just they were in that like grapple.
Yeah.
And he just kept throwing his shoulder into his face.
Yeah. Like holy shit, dude. So let me start off giving you some backstory about it. So me, my brother-in-law, his friend, and then a couple of friends were there. Of my friends were there. And we were all like, oh yeah, Cowboy and McGregor. Like everyone's like, McGregor, I think he might lose because he's retired or whatever. And so we were placing bets, and I betted on Cowboy. I was like, oh, he'll get it in 2 rounds. It's a 5-round fight. I'm like, I think no, he'll get it in 3 rounds, right? He'll wear out McGregor. And my brother-in-law and his friend was like 2nd and 3rd round, right? McGregor. But everyone wanted Cowboy to win. But like, so the fight starts, right? And he throws like this punch, which Cowboy ducks, but he knees him in the face first, like boom, and that's when the shoulder like hits start happening, breaks the guy's nose, and just bam, like roundhouse kicks him in the face, and just within 40 seconds took him out. And I was like, holy crap, McGregor's back. Because like I don't even think he sweat or anything like that. Because like, and there's all these memes I keep posting where people are like, because like after the fight, Cowboy gets a hug from his grandma, and then McGregor hugs Cowboy's grandma, and people say that Cowboy's grandma got more like hits in than Cowboy did. Yeah, but it was I don't want to say shocking upset in the sense like, I mean McGregor was the favorite, but
do you think it was just how quickly it happened?
It's just exactly how quickly it happened. It was just like,
but yeah, I mean, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.